Alright, welcome back everybody. Today Off-Road. It's Mike again. And Double D. Good old Double D. Now, last time we were here, well, we were doing the fuel pump, which still needs to be fixed. I still have that leak. We put a front lift in. Well, redid the front axle. New axle, coil springs, shocks, lower control arms, adjustable lower control arms. Today we turn our attention back here. Now, a couple times I had mentioned about these coil springs. See if we can get, there you go. These coil springs that have collapsed. Let's get you a better view. Alright, these collapsed coils and these dual rated setup, which I thought would work back here, but apparently didn't. Now, we still have our sway bar. That control arm, that lower control arm, will be replaced with a longer unit from a, I believe it's the TJ or JK. I'll have to look that up. It's been a while since I bought them. As I understand it, the mount here on the TJ is wider than the bar that is inside the bushing for the control arm, so we'll have to see what's what with that. So, what do you say we get him up on our heavy duty jack stands, get these wheels buzzed off, and start tooling around on him? What do you think? Sound like a plan? Mint. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I'll put you guys on pause and you'll be back in a second. Okay, in the wheel well. Put my lug nuts back on. Alright, we're going to remove the shock. Simple bolt up here and one bolt down there. Get this guy out of the way. We will reuse them, but you know what? I hate the boots. They're gone. Other things. Sway bar, we're going to disconnect and pull them up out of the way. So, we need to also address our spring retention bolt right there. And then we have to deal with that bolt up there and that one down there. Oh joy. Alright. So, like I said, we have new springs, which these will probably get cut out. I ain't gonna mess around with these. I'm tired of them. They're junk. You know, last time I buy springs from Iron Rock Off-Road. As you can see, they're not right. In fact, you see that line of rust right there? That was giving me my squeakies. The lower control arms that we have are longer. They will pull our tire away from the wheel well here. Plus, it should, let's put it out, should reinstate our pinion angle. Well, we shall see. So, like usual, let's put you guys on pause and bring you back in a second and show you what we got done. Okay, you guys, it was only a couple seconds. It was about a half hour. Shock. Woohoo, gone. One victim, which I kind of figured that was going to happen. Sway bar and links. I only put them in temporarily. Made them out of thread, all thread. And stupid me, of course, I forgot to put any seeds on them. So needless to say, they seized and snapped. Yeah, well, that's neither here nor there now. Undid my spring retention clamp. Now, mind you, this is done on both sides right now, so that's what took me so long. Sadly, I cannot cut these out. Why? Well, we have a fuel leak at the tank. If you have no clue what we're talking about, you need to check out the video installing a fuel pump, and you will find out what happened up there. But right now we have a fuel leak up there. I cannot use anything that will create a spark. Otherwise, you guys will never see this video. There'll be a big hole in the ground where I'm sitting, and people will be talking nice about me for once. Oh, he was such a quiet guy. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, right. Like that'll ever happen. Well, if it did, there'd be a bolt. You know what I'm talking about. So, let's try to get these lower control arms undone, and hopefully there's enough droop in this axle. These guys out and the new guys in. Ooh. Let me over here. Let me show you what we got. These are new lower control arms. Oh crap, bent. It's supposed to be bent. It's designed to be bent. I want to hear it. You JK guys, you recognize this? Oh look, you even got a real nice number all stenciled into it. So, if anybody out there wants to do it, here's the numbers. You guys, there you go. Can you see the numbers? Got a pair of them. And the box. What's in the box? Step away from the box. No. What's in the box? Look at that. Ooh, shiny. Which would you rather have? Any idea? Alright, well, since nobody's going to say anything, I'm just going to put these away and get back to work. I'm hoping there's enough droop. We shall see. Well, seems Craftsman had enough snot to take them bolts out. Let's show you the difference. Those two over here lined up. And it's about maybe like 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little more difference. So, alright, the scary part comes. I gotta let that jack down and try to get this spring out. See where this axle decides it wants to go. Okay. We got everything undone over there. I know it looks kind of hairy, but you know what? You only need a little bit of pressure on here to raise this side up, which will push this side down. Of course, you're not sitting on the jack at all. Upper control arm is extended as far as it's going to go, because if you see the sway bar there, the sway bar is actually stopping the control arm from coming down any further. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, and I can point it out right there. That's the sway bar mount, body mount. And there's the control arm, the upper control arm. And that bar goes right underneath that control arm. That control arm is basically resting against that sway bar. Now, luckily, we were able to get, let me show you the difference here. There's not much room underneath that rotor, and that much room under that run. I was able to jump up and down on this one a little bit, enough to spin the old one out, and since the old one out, I can get a new one in. So right now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to lower that side down, take that jack, and go over here. Now you're probably noticing there's no lower control arm in there yet. Well, there is literally like 5/16 difference in width between the two control arms. I need to make some spacer plates. I have some 1/4 inch stock. I'll cut a square out of it, drill a hole in the middle, hole big enough for the bolt, and we'll stick it in. All the way down there. We'll stick it on one side, on both ends. Now, it's only a 1/4 inch, but you know what? I'm not too worried about that at 16th. At 16th will be taken up, not a problem. So, let's go and get that guy undone and moved over here. And we'll bring it back in a few. Alright. With any lift, you're going to have some goods and some bads. Previously I showed you about that little bottle jack over there underneath here, getting the spring in. Now that was the good. Now for the bad. Because that new spring is in there, this side will not droop down low enough to get this guy out. Now, up until this point, working on Double D, you see me just being able to squeeze these guys out and squeeze them back in without using a tool that most Jeepers hate. What am I speaking of? Coil spring compressors. Yes, the dreaded coil spring compressor. Now, I can almost get this out. I need probably about that much more room. And that's where these spring compressors will come in handy. They grip along outside. You tighten them up and they squeeze this spring together. And it enables you to get the spring in and out. So, with that being said, I don't want to hear it from any of you guys out there. And you Jeep guys, oh, you shouldn't use spring compressors. You know what? I'm using them. Alright? I don't want to hear it. Like I said before, I hear a lot of this, not enough of this. So, I'm going to do this, and do this. Okay, side-by-side comparison. Nice and shiny, Rubicon Express. Collapsed and ugly, Iron Rock Offroad. Now, that's a 3.5. That's a 4.5. But you notice, there's no difference in length. Probably because all those coils will compress and give you 3.5. So, whoo, man, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna get a warm, smooth beverage. Have a cigarette. And come on back out here and attack this. Alright. And here is the material we're going to be making our plate washers out of, 1/4 inch. Let's see, 1/4 inch by 1.5 inch flat bar, left over from a project. Now I'm going to mark off 1.5 inch increments so I end up with squares. I'm not going to cut them out just yet because I'm going to drill my holes because they're rather large holes, and it's easier to drill them in a big piece like this and then make our cuts. So, through the magic of everyday off-road, bang, there we go. I know that one's a little off. They are just big enough to allow our control arm bolts to slide through. So now I'm going to put them here in the vise and get the Sawzall and cut my lines. I have them scribed right there. So, bring you back in a few. Alright, with the spacers made, I'm going to use a come along onto the hitch, well, part of the hitch, underneath, and I actually hooked it onto, you can see right there. I had to pull it back so I can get my bolt in, and I'm kind of liking the looks of that control arm on there. So, let's get the come along off of here, and you can get some things buttoned up over here. I'm hoping that I can eventually get that spring retainer in. And it's starting to get warm around here. Alrighty, enough chatting, back to work. Alright, thank you, Mother Nature. Needed the bath. Thank you. Okay, we're back. Everything buttoned up. Driver's side. Everything buttoned up on the passenger side. Now, sway bar, well, I'm going to have to deal with that. But first, we need to deal with our track bar. Like in the front, track bar determines where this axle is located in relation to the body. So, our track bar goes from up over here on the body down to the axle down here. I have it at static height. I have right now, the jack is holding all the weight. The axle is up off the ground. What I'm planning on doing is taking a straight edge, up along here, up, and measure in. Measure into right there on both sides. Okay, so show you how to, it's about as exciting as watching paint dry. So I'm going to go and I just loosened up the turnbuckle. I gave it a good shot of PB Blaster because some stupid idiot decided to put it on without putting any anti-seize on it. I'm not going to mention any names, but that's neither here nor there now, because we're down to the home stretch. So, see you in a few. Whew. All right, all said and done. We gained a smidge here. Okay, we did gain 1 full inch here. We had 37 before, we now have 38. But, all in all, I think he looks pretty good. Oh, you may hear him running. I'm gonna shut you guys off, get my 1/2 inch and tighten up the battery terminal in there. I'm gonna kill this bug that's flying right in my eyes. So, show you all what's involved with putting new lower control arms in and new springs. It's as simple as that. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by, tooling with me out here in the open air garage at Everyday Off-Road. Click the thumbs up, give us a like. If you have anything to say, any concerns, something I missed, post it down in the comments. I'll answer it right away. So, for Everyday Off-Road, that's Double D. This is Mike, and we'll catch you guys later.